Hello Pisces, welcome to Chrysalis Invictus. This is your summer solstice reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or chart ruler. And this is just a check-in reading to take a look at the energies around summer solstice. So let's get into it. We'll start here with the Litha card. So you ended up getting two. So we'll take a look at that. So you got sunbathing. The chance of stillness is calling for you to live in its embrace. That's interesting. And hydration. There is more to the story than meets the eye. Be mindful of what hides beneath the surface. Okay, I'm really getting that there's some sort of relationship to a fire sign that is precarious. Perhaps motivations are being misunderstood or there's miscommunications happening. I do think that there is something we're going to be digging deep into here, or as deep as we can get for this. It's kind of a short reading, but let's take a look at your guardian or guide for summer solstice. We have hair. So those are very fast moving energy. Again, I'm really getting this energy of fire or sun. So you may be dealing with a Leo, or there may be a Leo that is specific. Or like we'll take a look, but it could be something to do with summer solstice to Leo season if you're watching this when it comes out. And for direction, we have the bone collector. Ooh, okay. And for inner child oracle, we have you do not have to go it alone. Reach out for support in this time. Okay. And here from the Avalon Magic deck, heal through changing your story. Begin in this moment, don't look back. And this card here from the Druid Wisdom Oracle, Mother of Tears. Sometimes the best of life opens only once we've let ourselves shed countless tears. So let go and breathe slowly but surely. Black tourmaline will grant you protection and support. Carry one in secret and place one at your front door. Okay. And so we have tarot here, and this one is for life advice at summer solstice. We have the 9 of Wands. Nope, the 6 of Wands. It's all about perspective. Okay. All right, so definitely some energy of winning a long run, or coming to a resting place in a struggle. I think that there are details of this that you keep very close to your chest. So it may be that no one around you really knows that you're going through this, or that you don't share much about it. And so they would be surprised to know that you have had these struggles, or that you would even need assistance in any way, or that you've even conquered anything, which can be alienating in the sense that you don't have that kind of, it's like running a marathon and there's no one at the finish line, but you didn't tell them that you were racing. Okay. And 6 of Swords in the love department. Okay. So for some of you, well, let me keep going and then and for career, we have the 7 of Swords. Okay. So it feels to me that for some of you, something to do with a relationship, friendship, a significant relationship in your life has brought you to the point of, has brought you to a kind of breaking point. There's something here, and again, there's this tremendous amount of fiery energy around it. So it could be that there's a lot of conflict, or that there has been a lot of discord, or even just that this person, maybe they have a temper, or maybe they have just like a really big personality. They, it's coming to a point where you're needing to cut ties, or at least break the pattern. And this will actually start a chain reaction, it feels like, in your career, in your conflicts with, or conflicts with other people, your relationships with other people. So this may be sort of a domino effect, is what I'm getting. And I don't think that's like, I don't want to trigger fear, or because you have the bone collector here, and this is a very grounded energy. This is the direction that you're going, is into one of less confusion or spinning, or maybe you've had someone in your life that has been telling you or convincing you of one reality or another, or that initially there was a lot of passion and care, it felt like, or support, or there was something around you that felt like the connection was spiritually or divinely driven, even. And but then, oh, the wheel of fortune's here. Yeah, the wheel is turning. So this is a time when you can be released into the next reality. I feel like there is a healing of your story here in relation to who you are in relation next to this person. So with the inner child, it may be that something about this situation relates to something, trauma may be a heavy word, but something from your childhood or past that made you develop a kind of hyper independence, or an inability to look for support in certain things, which is indicative in how you've hidden this from other people. But this is, I'm thinking Six of Swords, and then you've got this boat, like you're moving away, your mind is starting to move away. You may not actually physically move, but you're creating a plan for sure, to move away from someone or something that has been dehydrating you, draining you, but draining you in a very specific way. It's like an oversaturation of what would otherwise be. It's like, how sun feels so good, but then if you have too much of it, it becomes like you have to sleep and you're in a, like it's, this is hard to articulate. Too close to the divine. For some of you, I feel like this may be actually something religious, or something like too close to a divine idea, and you're needing to come back to earth. So maybe being too absorbed in energy, or to focus on energy, or a certain kind of practice that is ungrounded, or having lost your ground. But your direction that you're headed in is a new beginning, and you've got the hair to guide you there. And the hair is, I think, a very lucky energy to have guide you. That this feels like there is luck on your side, and I do feel like someone unexpected will be helpful and guiding for you in this time. Someone maybe that has hair energy, or that reminds you of that energy, if that resonates for you. I'm going to find the message from here, and we'll close out the reading with that. Okay, 91. So if you've got important business to do, I feel like you're wrapping things up and also defending territory. So keeping what is for you for you. Okay, so hair, this is vitality. It represents vitality. And the guidance is swift and nimble. Hair knows that to keep up with the pace of life, we must not only be quick on our feet, but in our wits as well. Hair is a reminder that health not only involves taking care of your body, but giving your mind a workout too. So take a walk, play sports, and test your capabilities physically, but also read books, study history, and engage in conversations that stretch and push your intellectual boundaries. Challenge yourself to do things you may have thought you could never do. Affirmation is, I look after both my body and my mind. Okay, so that's the hair. And I feel like this is coming over here into, like, the bone collector keeps drawing me back into this idea of these conversations that you're going to have, or these things that you're learning, are all feeding into the purpose of a new beginning. You are whole and have everything you need within. When the bone collector appears, she is asking you to look closely at your circumstances to see if you're fully present or reacting out of past conditioning and unconscious expectations. Whenever we're wounded, especially when we're young, it's as if something essential is stolen from us. We adapt and accept a version of the truth that then sets us up to behave a certain way in the future when faced with a situation similar to the original event. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, here. You may feel unworthy or without courage. You may see yourself as flawed or unlovable. I do think that's kind of in this conflict is making you feel that way, or expect to be criticized. The bone collector reminds you that the truth is that you are a powerful being with limitless possibilities. She has kept safe what was stolen from you in the wounding, and is here for you as you reclaim it now. You have everything you believe you lack, and the bone collector is your inner resource. Act as if you have what you need, and you'll find what you have it after all. Just a second. Okay, my dog lost her ball under the couch and was whining. I hope you didn't hear her. Okay, so with awareness, the wounds of the past need not define you. I think this is a really interesting time for you, because you're overcoming a childhood wound. Like, you're not just, I know this is like, it's not supposed to be that deep for these readings, but you know, here we are, Pisces, we're diving right in. It's just like this wound of hyper independence and of not sharing the conflicts that you're going through. I'm really reminded of that saying about you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And maybe that's where I'll leave you. Okay. Thank you so much for joining, and maybe we'll see you soon. Take care.